The balance changes are dropping inside Clash Mini tomorrow. Praise the Lord. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the official changes that's coming in tomorrow's update. So first on the list is the good old Electro Wizard. They are increasing his attack speed to 0.15 from 0.1 per star upgrade. So we are getting a little boost to his attack speed there. And the first upgrade on the Electro Wizard Fork, it does currently target and stun 3 enemies. They are buffing that to 5 enemies. So the first upgrade, Fork, will now strike up to 5 enemies instead of 3. And I do understand why they're doing this, to try to give the 4-cost minis some love. They are a 4-cost mini. The meta is dominated by 2 and 3-cost minis. So if you want to take a 4-cost mini, it needs to be worthwhile. So this is why we're getting a little buff to the 4-cost mini and the Electro Wizard. So next on the list is the Mega Knight. The Mega Knight's HP has been reduced to 6 from 7 per star upgrade. His Skyfall range has slightly been increased, which is his initial slam before you start upgrading the Mega Knight. And his second star upgrade, Earthquake, the Skyfall range has largely been increased. So we're getting a less HP Mega Knight per upgrade, but a much larger surface area with his slams. So next on the list is a mini that you're going to want to keep your eye on after the balance changes drop, because I think they might claw the way into the meta. It might be pretty strong, and that's going to be the Witch. Now, the Witch's base attack speed has been reduced to 0.6 from 0.65. And attack speed per upgrade has been increased to 0.1 from 0. So you're going to get a slight boost per start upgrade on that Witch. Energy has been reduced to 3 from 4. So it isn't going to take as long for the super to charge up and spawn them skeletons. The skeleton HP has been reduced to 2. But the first upgrade increased the skeleton amount by 2. So instead of spawning 3 skeletons with the Witch's first out upgrade, you're now going to spawn 5. Which I think is pretty good. I think it's going to make for an interesting shift in the meta. She might be put to use after these balance changes, so let's see. So next on the list is the P.E.K.K.A. Not a lot of changes with the P.E.K.K.A, but we do have one, and that is Heavy Blade trigger chance is increased to 25% from 20%, so you do have a little bit more of a chance to deal massive amounts of damage to your opponent. So next up on the list we have the Healing Ranger, and the Healing Ranger's base attack speed has been increased to 0.7 from 0.6, which is pretty OP, and the HP per upgrade has been increased to 1 from 0, meaning you're going to get a 1 HP on that Healing Ranger per start upgrade. And we had a massive Healing Ranger meta in Season 2, and we're going to see that return mid-season of Season 3. So next up on the menu is the Wizard and the Ice Wizard. No massive changes to these minis, but both of the HPs have been increased from 4 to 5, making them a little bit less squishy. So moving on to the Spear Goblin, the 3rd star ability has been slightly nerfed, and that is gain 70% attack speed for 6 seconds when the Spear Toss hits, instead of 100% attack speed when the Spear Toss hits. So a slight nerf to the Spear Goblin there, my friends. So next up is the most popular 2-cost mini, and that is going to be the Archer. And the 1st star upgrade, where it attacks an additional target, the attack speed reduction has been increased to 0.2 from 0.1, meaning it's going to fire slightly slower. And the 3rd star upgrade, the bonus attack speed reduced to 50% from 60%, and duration has been increased to 7 seconds from 6 seconds. So the 3rd star upgrade, you're going to fire slightly slower again, but it is going to last a second longer. So moving on to one of my minis inside of Season 3, and that is the Mini P.E.K.K.A. And the Mini P.E.K.K.A.'s base HP has been increased to 9 from 8. But his base attack speed has been reduced to 0.4 from 0.5, so he is going to get slightly more HP, but a slightly slower attack speed. So moving on to our first hero is going to be the Skeleton King, and this is for the level 1 Skeleton King. And the base attack speed has been increased to 0.45 from 0.35, so that is quite a jump there for a level 1 Skeleton King attack speed. The energy cost has been reduced to 9 from 10, so he's going to get his super quicker. And the super wind up and wind down time has been increased slightly. So a little buff to the Skeleton King there at level 1. So next up is a level 1 Wave Master, where his base attack speed has been increased to 0.7 from 0.6. So a slight increase to attack speed there for the level 1 Wave Master. And they've also fixed the bug of incorrect HP healing amount from Chaos Lover. So next up is the hero that's been dominating the meta inside of Clash Mini in Season 3, and that is the Barbarian King. And his energy cost has now been increased to 9 from 8. Meaning it's going to take him slightly longer to get his ability and buff all the minis on the board, which I think is a nice change, but will it be enough? So next up on the list is the Royal Champion. She has had a rework. It could be argued this is a bit of a buff, but nonetheless, my friends, at level 1, a base attack speed has been increased to 0.75 from 0.7, meaning she's going to attack slightly quicker. But the cost of her energy to charge up has been increased to 7 from 6, meaning it's going to take a little bit of extra time to charge that super ability up. And the super ability Bounce and Shield has also been reworked. So she now throws a shield that does 2 damage from 4, but it now stuns the target for 1 second instead of 0.75, and it gains 1 extra bounce, and you still gain full energy if the shield kills an enemy. And the level 4 upgrade Epic Throw now gives 2 extra damage to Bounce and Shield instead of gains 1 extra bounce. So she has had a rework there. I think it's somewhat of a buff, but when the balance changes drop tomorrow and the game updates, I have to give it a try and see the difference. So the next minute you get a rework is the Dark Goblin. I'm super excited to try this. I think he's going to be OP. He's one of my favourite minis, but unfortunately I can't fit him into the meta at present. But with these new abilities, I think he's going to have a place inside the meta, guys. So let's take a look at the Dark Goblin. So his current ability is Dark Master, where each attack increases attack speed, stacking up to 10 times. That's going to be changed and reworked for each attack increases attack speed, stacking up infinitely. That's going to be his ability. So they're going to remove the first upgrade, Rhythm, because you don't need it anymore, because that's Dark Master bonus can stack infinitely, which it does that now anyways after the balance changes. And that first ability is going to be swapped out for one where it increases attack range from 3 to infinite range as the round progresses. So you start with a range of 3, and as the round progresses, it can stack up to infinite range. So you're going to have a Dark Goblin there with potentially infinite attack speed and an infinite range. And the third upgrade has been changed for deal 2 times damage against enemies with a block or shield. Instead of that, has a chance to stun for the third start upgrade. And the second start upgrade, Pride, has been left as it is. So as you can gather from them balance changes there, sounds like it's going to be OP mini, and I can't wait to try him out tomorrow. So the next mini to get reworked is the Royal Ghost. It is a nice rework. I can see him having some value inside the game when the balance changes drop tomorrow with this rework. So his current clash ability is Ghosty, where he becomes invisible for 4 seconds at round start. The new ability will grant invisibility to nearby allies for a short time, which will be 3 seconds. That is the new ability. That will be swapped out for the Ghosty ability. His second upgrade will now become invisible for 3 seconds after attacking 3 times instead of the Ghost Army start upgrade. His base HP will be increased to 6 from 4. His HP upgrade increased to 2 from 1. His base attack speed reduced to 0.45 from 0.5. And his speed per upgrade increased to 0.15 from 0.1. So the Royal Ghost got a nice rework there. I think it's going to have some value in the game after the balance changes drop tomorrow. So the next mini to get a rework is the Magic Archer, and I'm super hyped to try this mini after this full rework. It seems absolutely awesome, guys. Listen to this. His base attack speed increased to 0.45 from 0.35, which is awesome. All 3 upgrades have been reworked. So the new first upgrade, after 2 attacks, the next attack fires 3 arrows, and it isn't an arrow that fires in a straight line. It's like an arrow that splits off into 3. As you can see on this image I'm showing you on the screen now, a bit like that. The new second upgrade is Boast. Gain 50% attack speed for 6 seconds, stacking up to 3 times, which is insane as well. And the new third upgrade on Clash is gain 6 seconds of invisibility. And I think that's absolutely awesome. And I would not be surprised if this mini is going to be in just about every deck. So the final mini to get a rework is the Battle Healer. And these sound awesome. Really give it a good buff here. I think she's going to be an OP mini to have in the deck once the balance changes drop tomorrow. So let's take a look at the Battle Healer. The super name has been changed to Healing Wave from First Aid. It still does the same thing. Heal nearby allies for 6 HP. It has got a slightly larger area of effect now. They have buffed that. The energy cost reduced to 4 from 7, which is huge, which is super OP. Her base attack speed has been increased to 0.65 from 0.6. So a slightly higher attack speed there. The first upgrade, Triage, heals for plus 2 HP now instead of the plus 4. And the new second upgrade is called Shining Plate instead of Aura. And Shining Plate's a clash ability that gives block to nearby allies for 4 seconds, which is awesome. And I think that's going to be super OP. I think it's going to be great. Coming up with some decks with the Battle Healer in. And I think she's going to really have a place inside the meta after these balance changes. So there's all the buffs, the nerfs, the reworks we can expect to see in tomorrow's balance change update. I'm super hyped for some of these. It is going to massively shift the meta, I feel. Let me know in the comment section down below your guys' thoughts on these reworks. I think they're great. If you like the video, consider dropping me a like. If you want to see more Clash Mini content, feel free to subscribe. And feel free to check out one of my other Clash Mini videos popping up on screen now. We'll catch you in the next video.